All right. It's not when you've been together for a long time. It's not that you give somebody a great gift. It's that you're still remembering the anniversary, remembering the wedding date, remembering the birthday. It's not the present, it's the commitment that means more. Tom Brady got another gift this past week, Leonard Fournette. So Tom Brady, for years and years, was in Foxborough with this very wealthy family. And every year for Christmas, he'd get like socks or underwear. Then he moved to Tampa. They don't have the fiscal means of New England, the history, tradition, or the trophies. But he's been there a handful of months, and they've now given him an iPad, a drone, and 2 PlayStations. It's not just the gifts. It's that they're showing a commitment to Brady. We're going for it. We're all in. We'll spend a little money. That's why he ultimately left New England. It's that they didn't even try. They didn't even make a run at a tight end. The most driven, most clutch, most committed, most financially responsible, most coachable superstar at the most important position. And the last 10 years wasn't just about the lack of presence, the socks and the underwear for Christmas. They rarely showed an offensive commitment. He never had one deep threat after Randy Moss. How about a workable, healthy young tight end? How about a rising young star wide receiver? Leonard Fournette isn't a superstar running back, but don't downplay what he is. Leonard Fournette had 76 catches last year with Gardner Minshew and over 1,100 yards with an average offensive line. Leonard Fournette can play. He is young. He's got enough experience. He's been in a handful of big games, and he's a good player. He is a good football player. Sort of like Shady McCoy, who's much older, has big game experience, is a good football player, no longer great. But that's why Tom Brady left. It's not just the size of the gift, but in New England, it's almost as if it was antagonistic. And even now that Brady's left, Bill Belichick has had more nice things to say about Cam Newton in the last 3 weeks than he did with Brady in the last 10 years. It almost felt juvenile and antagonistic, and they wouldn't listen to him on game plans. So it's not just Leonard Fournette. Don't downplay it. He's a real player. But New England is saying, dude, we've had this franchise here since the 70s. We've never had a superstar quarterback, and we know you're past your prime, and we know you're 43. But we want to show you how committed we are to winning. Like, that matters a lot. And this is why Tom Brady left. I mean, the Patriots didn't even fake it. They draft another safety and another corner and another interior defensive lineman. Yeah, the defense is great. But when you have the most clutch, dependable, coachable, financially responsible, and I use responsible because if you own or run a football team, it's nice when your superstar quarterback consistently takes a major pay cut. Could you have shown a little commitment? I mean, right now, the Patriots, if Tom would have come back, don't have a functional veteran tight end in an emerging position in the NFL.